Welcome back to SNES Classics. In this live stream, I will be playing Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo, of course, being SNES Classics. What else would this game be on? Here is the physical cartridge, and over there is the physical Super Nintendo Entertainment System console. Green Hill Gaming, bringing the physicality of retro games whenever I can, of course. Okay, so a little history lesson. Actually, before I give my history lesson, I'm going to share the live stream on Facebook. So just give me a few seconds. Okay, I am back. The stream is back, and it is time for Johnny's history lesson. Okay, so back in the day, back in the early 90s, Rare used to be owned by Nintendo before they were acquired by Microsoft. Some of the games that they made were pretty iconic, actually, pretty legendary games. GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64, Donkey Kong on the Super Nintendo, Banjo Kazooie and the sequel, both released on the Nintendo 64, and of course Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. So I'm going to pop this cartridge before I blow it into my Super Nintendo, and I'm going to play some Killer Instinct. The game was released in 1995. Nintendo, as I mentioned earlier, this was a time where Nintendo actually owned Rare. They were called Rareware back in the day. I think this is called Rare now. Killer Instincts. And there's actually a practice mode, which I actually love. Unlike the early Mortal Kombat games, like there was no practice mode in Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat 3. I think they finally introduced a practice mode in Mortal Kombat 4. So it's really nice to be able to practice with Killer Instinct. I really like that. I actually haven't played much of this game. I tracked this game down a good couple of years ago because I felt like it was a piece of history, you know, that I wanted to grab hold of. As I mentioned, like this was a time where Rare were I'm just going to call him Rare were owned by Nintendo long before Microsoft acquired them. So I feel like this game is it's a piece of history that I wanted to purchase and check out. But as I mentioned, I haven't played a whole lot of it, so it is nice to be able to have that practice mode. So Killer Instinct is essentially Nintendo's. It was Nintendo's answer to Mortal Kombat. They kind of had their own like fighting series along with Rare. Again, Rare were owned by Nintendo, so technically I can say that this was Nintendo's game back in the day. So I'm going to do practice because I have absolutely no idea how to play this game. So these are characters. Why are they counting down the time to pick a character in training mode? Thunder. But seriously, why is there a countdown to training mode? Thunder. Alright, so obviously left with the soundtrack. I'm loving the soundtrack. It's a bit of a head bopper, isn't it? Perfect my neighbours. They can join in to the head bopping soundtrack. Or they can feck off and play bingo. I don't care either way. But I am turning this down. So obviously left moves my character left and right moves my character right. Down is the crouch. Up is the jump. Pretty basic so far. Alright, so Y seems to do some kind of a flurry of, like, I wouldn't call them punches, because what makes Killer Instinct unique, by the way, is the fact that it actually had weapons before Mortal Kombat 4 actually released. So you can see that Thunder is holding a knife, it looks like a knife, in one hand and a gun in the other hand. And when you press Y, you can do like a flurry of combos of both those weapons. X then looks like to be an uppercut. B does a kick. And well, A seems to do exactly the same kick, which is strange. Also, R does a kick. R seems to do a faster kick, and L seems to do a fast punch. So like L is fast punch, R is fast kick. Okay, let's see, can I get some combos going? Oh yeah, I forgot to actually, okay, so back and X then seems to have this kind of, I can't describe the attack, but uppercut. Okay, what about throws? I need throws. Okay, I think I'm comfortable playing as Thunder in some of the main modes. I'll just have a look at my comments, see if anyone joined the live stream. I don't want to be ignoring people. And hello, Giovanni, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, Giovanni. Welcome to SNES Classics. In this live stream of SNES Classic, I'm of course playing Killer Instinct, a piece of gaming history. Piece of gaming history indeed, because this game was developed by Rare. It was on Super Nintendo. This was a time where Nintendo owned Rare long before Microsoft acquired them. So it's nice to be able to be playing a piece of gaming history in this live stream. So how are you doing, Giovanni? How are you keeping today? How's your weekend going? And you are very welcome to the live stream. And I will now read your comment. I just want to, introduce my viewers before I read their comments. I always do that. If I can get back your comment. I think you were saying that you prefer Killer Instinct over Mortal Kombat. As I get my live stream back. Live chat, I should say. There we go. I think Killer is much softer to play than MK. I'm not quite sure what you mean by softer. Do you mean like it's more of a comfortable experience compared to Mortal Kombat? So we got 1-player game, 2-player game, tournament game, practice game, and options. I'm just going to go straight into 1-player game. Yeah, and I feel comfortable as Thunder, so I'm going to choose Thunder. Very like Mortal Kombat with the tower. So yeah, this was like Nintendo's and Rare's answer to the Mortal Kombat series, essentially. Killer Instinct. Okay, I am just kicking ass right now. One thing I'm noticing about the game, it's very button bashing. I think compared to Mortal Kombat, I don't think you can get away too much with button bashing with Mortal Kombat. But I know this is the first battle, but first fight. But I seem to be I seem to be able to. What the hell? He's not taking any damage. I'm actually. I just lost that. I just lost. Okay, never mind. I was convinced that I was winning. I need to pay attention. Yeah, I won. Wait, what? I lost. Wait, what? Oh no, I won. Okay, why is it? This is strange. I don't have enough time. Just JM. Yeah. My new name is Johnny Murphy. That's a strange one. Oh, Thunder versus Thunder. Let's see, no, can I pause my progress? Progress, pause my game. Progress, what am I saying? Well, can I? Yeah. Oh, was that pause? There we go. So unlike Mortal Kombat as well, you can pause the game, which is really handy, especially when you're doing a live stream. Two great games. I like them both. Yeah, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan myself now, to be honest with you. I love Mortal Kombat. And hello, Shadow. What is up? Well, I will tell you what is up. I am live streaming a SNES classic right now. Killer Instinct. A fighting franchise developed by Rare for the Super Nintendo before Microsoft acquired Rare. So this was actually, at the time, a Nintendo exclusive. Basically, their answer, Nintendo's and Rare's answer to the Mortal Kombat series. I had to say it before Mortal Kombat, hands down. So, how are you keeping, Shadow? How is everything with you? How are you enjoying your weekend so far? I'm gonna get a drink of my water. You can even block. Mother of God. What? Okay. So we're going to go from the first fighter to this. What a spike in difficulty. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, I literally sailed through the first fight, and now they're going to give me this. Bit of a strange balance, I have to say now. Strange difficulty balance. Has to be said. Let's pick a different character, it doesn't really matter. Controls are all the same anyway. Glacius. Seems to be like Killer Instinct's answer to Sub-Zero. Here. I don't get this game. I was looking at my health and it was still health there. But how can you go from sailing through the first opponent to that? I'm not familiar with Killer Instinct. I don't know what people think of the situation, but I feel like the balance and difficulty is way off. I feel like I went from the first opponent to the last opponent. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't. Like, it was my second. I can't stay in the stream for that long. No problem, Shadow. Stay as long as you as you can, man. No pressure. No pressure. Day before a glass moved on its own. Oh yeah. How was your paranormal experiences going? Did you 100% Sonic 06? I haven't even played Sonic 06, man. I heard very bad things about it. Well, I did play a demo of it on the 360 years ago, but I'd rather not play it, to be honest with you. I did 100% Sonic Frontiers though. That was really fun. Okay, I'm. Finally, but that was a massive hike in difficulty there to go from the first fighter to the second fighter. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. Now, Archie looks a bit like Jade. Oh, this was the stage that I was on in practice. My name on the phone is Riot Gopal, so I'll be back. Yeah, no problem. Take your time. I mean, look at this. Like, I'm kicking ass here. Like, in the last battle, then, like, I was annihilated. Like, there's a strange balance and difficulty. Like. It's a very fast fighting game compared to Mortal Kombat. Notice that. That's bitch. See the Nintendo logo in the background and the billboard. Looks pretty cool. I'm fighting a dinosaur. A skeleton is fighting a dinosaur. Oh, come here. What? Yeah, this is very strange. Extremely strange balance when it comes to difficulty. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, like, but I am like, I am complaining because there's a strange like combo. There's literally there's literally a character called Combo in the game. Combo. Okay, he's a boxer. Jesus. Oh, what an uppercut. Oh, not again. Another one. Another one. Oh, you fucker. It looks like I have as many continues as possible, which I like. Oh, I'm going to go with Saber Wolf. Spelled terribly. Saber. Oh, good old Saber. Good old Saber. Welcome back, Shadow, and hello. Oh yeah, that's two. That's Shadow's double. Well, welcome back, Shadow's double. Oh, I love it. An actual werewolf. So I believe the Killer Instinct series is still going. Obviously, as I mentioned, Microsoft now own Rare, so it would be on Xbox. But I believe it's still going. Oh, what an uppercut. Again, the uppercut. Stop it. Oh, stop it. You bastard. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? I don't like the way they come back. I just don't like the way the characters come back. Like, it's just... What's your ultra combo? I heard it the first time. I hate that. I just hate how fast they can come back. It's a nuisance. But I will continue. I like the fact that they give you... There's a lot of advantages that Killer Instinct has over the first 3 Mortal Kombat games on Super Nintendo, in my opinion. One of them is the fact that it has a training mode, right? The other is the fact you can pause your game in fights. And the third is the fact that it has unlimited continues, because we're not playing in the arcade. Like, thank you Rare and Nintendo for like acknowledging the fact that the gamers are not playing this in the arcade. If you were playing it in the arcade, obviously like you would have to have a certain amount of credits. Like they're called credits for a reason, because in the arcade it is technically credit. You are putting your credit, you are putting your money, your coins into the arcade machine to continue playing. that doesn't apply. That doesn't. Midway Games, well, they're gone now. NetherRealm Studios, Ed Boon, John Tobias, that doesn't apply to home consoles. I know they've finally fixed it now. That isn't the case now. You can continue as many times as you want. But it was so annoying. It was so bloody annoying in the first 3 Mortal Kombat games that you couldn't just continue your game over and over again. Like, oh, you have a certain amount of credits. It was like, what the hell? Like, it was ridiculous. It was stupid. But thankfully, they fixed that issue now. Do you know what I mean? Thankfully. Whoa, I wanted the Xbox 360. I'm a big fan of Nintendo and Microsoft. Well, you will enjoy Killer Instinct then, because it's now owned by Microsoft and it has like the DNA of Nintendo in it, you know, because it gave birth on Super Nintendo. Nintendo and Rare are working together. So have you played Killer Instinct before? I believe that Killer Instinct is on Xbox One, I think. I don't know. I could have sworn that a new game got announced recently. Well, I don't know how recent it was, but I think it was within the last few years, anyway. Oh my god. See the way this came back there, you're like, oh. Heck you, combo. I never liked combos anyway. I was never a fan of combos. Cinder. Interesting. Because it actually reminds me of Blaze. But Blaze didn't make his like official debut until Mortal Kombat Armageddon. But I do think he was like meant to be that like flaming character in the background of the bridge. Maybe that's what they got the idea from. Maybe they wanted to. Maybe like Rare wanted to actually have like that flaming character. You know what I mean? As an actual fighter in the game. What? Like, I actually feel that difficulty, right, was so unbalanced compared to the last time I fought him. It just makes it's like the difficulty system just has a mind of its own in this game. It's crazy. I'm gonna go as Archer now in just a second. Oh, I will see if my parents will get me it on Xbox One. Hopefully now you'll be able to play this. I don't know if it's on Xbox One, no, to be honest with you. I know it's on one of the Xbox games anyway, because as I mentioned, Microsoft now own Rare, so Killer Instinct is now an Xbox franchise. So I just realised, no company, Nintendo, Sony or Microsoft, to my knowledge, as of right now, don't actually have like their own fighting series, like a first party series that I know Super Smash Brothers, but it's not it's not a fighting game. As in it's not, I mean, and even Sakurai, right? Even the person who fucking makes Super Smash Brothers has admitted this. Super Smash Brothers does not count as a fighting game, okay? No. So I can't think of any fighting games Nintendo make. PlayStation, I know that Tekken for a long time was exclusive to PlayStation, but that's Namco Bandai who make that. Exclusivity doesn't count as a fighting franchise that belongs to like the three big companies. So I don't think they have any fighting like series. And Microsoft have Killer Instinct. So yeah, apart from Microsoft, Sony and Nintendo don't actually have their own fighting franchise, which is interesting, really. You know, I think one of them should actually do it. You know, like a full-on fighting game, like not a not like a crossover like Smash type game. Do you know what I mean? And hello, Nicolay. Welcome to Green Hill Gaming. Welcome to SNES Classics, where I am of course playing Killer Instinct. How are you keeping? That guy looked fast. Oh my god, he was fast as lightning, let me tell you. I heard some of Sonya. Oh, sorry, I read that as Sonya. I actually read that as Sonya. I heard some of Sony's consoles, like the PSP. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hate is a very strong word. You know? I never owned a PSP myself. I played a PSP, but I never owned a PSP myself, to be honest with you. I just naturally gravitated towards like Nintendo when it came to handhelds, because like they really do have the monopoly like when it comes to handhelds, like that, you know. But I don't think I ever hated like a Sony console. I had my issues with PS3. I felt like that at the time, like that wasn't a console for me. There's a big long story behind that. I eventually got a PS3 though. But no, I don't think I've ever hated any like Sony console, not to be honest. Now look at this. That was a perfect. Like how would you go from getting your ass kicked to getting a perfect like that? Like the difficulty is 100% unbalanced in Killer Instinct. I think it's great. I'm gonna look into that to see if it's just me. I wish I could change my name because my initials are not JM, they're JN. Why does Sonic Unleashed make you play dumb night time stages? The werewolf stages, yeah. It's been a while since I played Sonic Unleashed now, to be honest with you, but there's a few things about that game I didn't really like. I just didn't like the whole combat system, to be honest with you. I just felt like it was out of place. The whole werehog thing I didn't like. I just thought it was just really like, I think the word I don't even think I used the word back then, but the word I would use now would be 100% cringe. I think when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, if you ask me, I think that Sonic Frontiers should exist. I think games like Sonic Frontiers should exist. I think it's not like those boring, repetitive, and really washed out 3D Sonic games that we had for years. Frontiers is literally a new Frontiers for the Sonic series. I think they should continue making Sonic games like that, to give players a different Sonic experience. But I think though that 2D Sonic should continue to exist, and I think really when it comes down to it, Sonic games should be fast-paced, 2D, side-scrolling, no bullshit gimmicks, right? No like features that completely deviate from what makes Sonic the Hedgehog so good. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying, basically, in a nutshell, is I think that we should see Sonic Mania 2 and Sonic Frontiers 2, and that should be the direction of Sonic the Hedgehog series for the foreseeable future. Those were the words of Green Hill Gaming. You may bow. You may bow. Uh, you have much consoles that I like. The SNES. I do. I do have quite a lot of consoles. I do indeed. I do indeed. SNES and 64. Wii/GameCube. I say that because the Wii is backwards compatible with the GameCube. I have a Wii U. Um, on the Sega side of things, I have a Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, and on the Sony side of things, I have a PlayStation 1 and 2, but PS2 Slim, which is backwards compatible with the PS1, and obviously so I have handhelds in as well, which you can't see here. I don't have them here, but I do have a Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, and then obviously modern consoles. So quite a few retro consoles now, to be fair, and I'm glad to be able to finally be checking them out properly. You know what I mean? I love the GameCube. Same here. I remember getting the GameCube for Christmas, and it was such a exciting moment. It really, really was. I literally was counting down the days to get the GameCube. Got it for Christmas, as I mentioned. I got it with Super Mario Sunshine. I wanted to get it with Resident Evil remake, but it wasn't there when when I eventually got the console. But yeah, GameCube, man, I love the GameCube as well. And hello, Power Slave Productions Combo Breaker. Welcome to Green Hill Gaming. As always, you're very welcome. Hope you're keeping well. Welcome to SNES Classics, where I'm of course playing a very, very classic SNES game, Killer Instinct, made by Rare and Nintendo before Microsoft acquired Rare. Now, today, Microsoft own the Killer Instinct series, but this was back in the day where Killer Instinct was exclusive to Super Nintendo. So this was like Nintendo's answer to Mortal Kombat, essentially. So I hope you're doing okay, boy. See ya. Thank you so much for dropping by the live stream. As always, much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Mother of God. Is there finishers in Killer Instinct? Yeah, I love the fact that you can continue as many times as you want. Like, we're not playing in the arcades. This is a console. I really, really did not like that in the early Mortal Kombat games, where you only had a certain amount of credits. You know what I mean? Like, quote unquote credits. I mean, it was a console. You weren't putting money into the console. It was ridiculous. So I love the fact that you can just continue as many times as you want. There's no pressure. You don't have to go back to the very start. Because that is really frustrating. Like when you're playing Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3 on consoles, and you have to like play it by arcade. Maybe that's why they call it arcade mode. I don't know. I presume probably that's why. But it doesn't change the fact that you're playing on the fucking console. It just annoys me. It really does annoy me. But yeah, haha, tricked you. Ah, you're still here. Okay, well that's good. You're still here. Glad you're still here. Pretty random. Okay, okay. I'm glad you're still here. This game is so fast paced. Who haven't I went as? I think I went as every fighter. I haven't went as Riptor, the dinosaur. Well, just a tough opponent, Saber Wolf. I'll choose a skeleton again. Spinal. Sonic Free Riders is so good. That's on mobile, isn't it? What the? Ah, stop that now. That's ridiculous. How do you even block in this game anyway? Seriously, what was that like? Like, my nails. Long nails. Long nails. Shit. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't realise how fast it was counting down. Ah, shit. What about tournament? No, that's probably going to be like a two-player thing, isn't it? Ah, shit. Oh, I'm so fucking easy. I was literally distracted by my own nails. Can you believe that, like? Ah, bollocks. Alright, whatever. Okay. I'll go back to the character that I started it with, Thunder. Actually, the game over thing anyway shouldn't even exist. Game overs in 2023 should not exist. Oh, fuck off. This game is hard. But it's not even the fact that it's hard, it's the fact that the balance is just way off, like. Fuck you, combo. Well, I'm kicking myself. I didn't press start to continue. Oh, you have to rise up the tower now again. And I was pretty high up on the tower. Well, at least I can correctly spell my initials this time. That's the one advantage. Fight on. Awful. Yes, stop. Fake it anyway. Sound effects are insane. I don't think I've found my main yet, to be honest. Might be him though. Spinal. Or her. There's nothing there to check for, so I don't know if it's male or female, to be honest. It's a gender neutral skeleton. Oh. Combo breaker. Oh yes. I broke a combo. What? Saber. I like his little laugh at the end. It's funny. Look at his kick. Oh, he got me, the bastard. I'm sticking to Spinal. Feel more comfortable playing a Spinal. I've had this game for so long, and then when you know playing it, like properly, what am I saying? Oh, you fucker. Yeah, so I'm happy not playing a Spinal for a bit longer. Ah, come here. I am ready. Ah, shit. Ah, should try someone else. Full bore. It looks a bit like Cabal, actually, from Mortal Kombat. Well, maybe not like, but... What's up? Just back is the block, so that's a bit like Street Fighter. Oh no. Yeah. Yes. Finally. And the video quality is a bit washed out. Sorry about that. Some games end up looking like that when I stream on my phone. Sorry. Oh, it looks okay here now. Let me just look from the view of my phone for a second. I think it's just the stages, is it? Looks okay. Huh. I think I might have. I don't have to look into how many Killer Instinct games there were. I think I might have put a demo of it on the 360. Did he or she just say Shoyoken? Wrong fighting game. We're looking for Street Fighter. The dinosaur Riptor. So am I right in saying that this would be the first time a dinosaur was in a fighting game? Because this game came out in '95 and Tekken came out in '96, I think. Holy shit. Okay, huh? So this was the early days of acquisitions. Probably one of the first major acquisitions in gaming history, really. Definitely one of Microsoft's earliest and biggest acquisitions in the gaming industry. The acquisition, like Microsoft's acquisition of Rare, would have been a big deal, like back in the day, and it's kind of like an uneasy kind of, well, like going back to the past and seeing like Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo, realizing that they are now acquired by Microsoft, kind of makes you realize, that that's going to be the reality now when it comes to like big, like franchises like the Elder Scrolls, Wolfenstein, Doom. Like we already know that the Elder Scrolls 6 will be exclusive to Xbox. But it seems to be a little different though when it comes to Activision Blizzard. They seem to be kind of adamant. Like Phil Spencer is just continuously adamant and just continually reminds not only gamers but Sony themselves and other companies. Like they just recently signed a 10-year contract with Nintendo to keep Mortal Kombat on, or keep Call of Duty on Nintendo consoles. So it seems to be a different approach, like when it comes to Activision, but it seems to be a little different though. When it comes to Bethesda, when it comes to Bethesda, I say like the majority of their like big games will be exclusive to Microsoft Xbox. This game has some seriously insane combos, like OTT combos. But yes, I will continue. Well, think of Thunder. Plays Thunder. Haven't played Thunder for a while. Fight on. Jesus. Can I play as a meteorite? So I can fucking make that motherfucker extinct. Yeah, killer. I just messed it up. Oh, I just messed up a really good joke there. Killer extinct. Oh, what an uppercut. If I say so myself. But it didn't matter me. I want to go back to the spine. I think some characters are better suited um, to other fighters. Yeah, some fighters just seem to perform better. It's guess that when Nintendo put their logo on the screen. It's Microsoft now. Oh shit. Oh, you bitch. Yes, I will continue. And I stick to spinal. I think that, yeah, I would say the spinal is my, I don't know if I'd say main, but definitely my favourite so far. Basically, any fighter that I'm good at becomes my favourite. Sure. Good kick. Oh, she's done. She was. Got the kick. Okay. Shit. Oh, just out of curiosity, as I pointed out now many times throughout this live stream, Microsoft now own Rareware, or Rare, depending on how you want to call them. But back in the day, back in the 90s, it was actually Nintendo that owned Rareware. So Nintendo and Rareware developed Killer Instinct, the game that I'm playing right now. But as I mentioned, right now Microsoft own Rareware. So I think there was a rare, like a Rareware collection or something like that, where you can play classic Rareware games. I would imagine one of them would be Killer Instinct. So I'm wondering, did they actually like remove the Nintendo logo on the stage, and did it like put like a Microsoft logo? I just think that would be actually really interesting, to be honest with you. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. I have to look that up online now. You know what's really funny though? Is I don't know. What did you say? I think that Microsoft's acquisition of Rareware, it kind of got to their head. No, and actually did. It got to Microsoft's head massively, and Microsoft had a big, swell head, right, to the point where at one stage Microsoft tried to actually acquire Nintendo, as in like Nintendo, the whole company, Nintendo. And I am not exaggerating here. I'm not joking. You can look this up. You can research this yourself in your own time. But Nintendo literally laughed at them. Like, they literally laughed at them. Like, actually laughed. Like, sound came out of their fucking mouth and they literally laughed. They made a laughing sound. They actually laughed at Microsoft. I just think that is absolutely hilarious, to be honest with you. So they were like, oh, we acquired Rareware. We're going to acquire you now. Is that okay, Nintendo? And Nintendo were like, you're grand. Do you know what I mean? It's just, oh, God. Funny stuff. Thing is, though, for a very long time, Microsoft didn't actually do anything with Rare. Like, they acquired Rare, but they didn't really do anything with them for a really, really, really long time. And to be fair, if you look at some of the games that they've actually made, one of them is a Kinect game. Really. They did make a new Killer Instinct game, as I was mentioning earlier. But other than that, they didn't really do a whole lot in it, Like, this is a company responsible for making quality games like Donkey Kong on the SNES, GoldenEye 007 on the N64, Banjo, Kazooie, and the sequel, Killer Instinct. And, they go from that to some kid game on the Kinect. It's like they really like dropped in quality once Microsoft acquired them. So it's kind of like a glimpse into the future, really, isn't it? I mean, maybe the same could happen with Bethesda games going forward, and even Activision Blizzard games. I think I said twice, didn't I? Bethesda and Activision. Do you like Nintendo better than the other companies? Every company is different, and every company offers something of a different experience. I can't speak for other people, but I don't think that I can answer that question as straightforward and as easily as you may want me to. I wouldn't be a fanboy, so I'm not going to say PlayStation the best, Nintendo the best, Microsoft the best. I'm a gamer. I play, I play like more of them on console, and I play multiple game genres. So yeah, it's not a question that can be answered like so straightforward and so quickly. As I mentioned, I think that each company offers a different experience. I think with I think with Nintendo, you're getting like with their hardware, you're getting a completely different way of experiencing your games. Okay? And I think from the point of view of their software, you're getting you're getting fun with pretty much all their games. That's their entire focus. Just really upbeat, colorful, happy games. And they really do kind of take a completely different direction with genres. You look at Splatoon, you know, Splatoon is a completely, different take, on team-based online shooters. You know, like Mario Kart, obviously, a completely different take on the racing genre. So the Nintendo do things differently, and I like that about Nintendo. You know, but that doesn't mean that I think that Nintendo is, the better company. I don't think there is a better, like I don't think there is such thing as like better and worse. I just think that there's differences. It's not about Nintendo is better than Nintendo, or it's not like Nintendo is better than Sony and Sony is better than Nintendo. It's just that they have something different to offer. As far as what Sony has to offer, what PlayStation has to offer, is the most highest quality gaming experience that you can get on the market. Take God of War, Ragnarok, right now as the perfect example of what I'm trying to say. You are getting a movie like quality game in your hands. And because of the PS5 hardware and the DualSense controller, you're getting haptic feedback, you're getting adaptive triggers, you're getting that full 4K, experience, HDR 4K experience, 3D audio. You're getting the most technical experience, in the gaming industry. I think that only Sony can provide that. I don't care what Microsoft has to say about that, to be honest with you. So yeah, to give a long story to your answer, it's not about which is better. You know, it's about looking at it's. So I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it from the point of view of one company is better than the other company. I look at it from the point of view of one company offers something that the other company can't offer. So there's when I go to PlayStation, I can get something that Nintendo can't offer me. When I go to Nintendo, I get something that PlayStation can't offer me. So I hope that answers your question. I know that was a bit long, so that's how I would word it anyway. I just don't. I'm not the kind of person that can say like this is better than that and whatnot. Like I'll just pause for a second. So right now the Nintendo Switch is, for me, it is the only gaming system that I can play like high quality, like iconic games. Obviously from Nintendo, but also third party games like Monster on the Rise, like on the go, anywhere. It can be front of my TV, or it can be on the bus. I'm not interested in Steam Deck. That's just my personal preference. And Steam Deck came out after the Switch as well. Like let's face it, Steam Deck is a direct competitor to the Switch. But I don't really know anyone who has got a Steam Deck, but I know many people have a Switch. That's not me bashing Steam Deck. I just don't really care too much for Steam Deck. Um, but as far as the three big companies, like Nintendo is the only company that can actually give me that experience. Whereas I look at PlayStation, and it is the only like gaming console that I can get that just extreme, like technical, high quality technical experience. And these really like narrative games that also just give you so much gameplay. Like God of War, Spider-Man as well. Um, and from third-party games like Resident Evil, you're getting that 4K visuals, but you're also getting the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers from the DualSense controller. VR is coming out next month, and no company is offering the kind of experience that Sony is offering with VR2. VR2 is going to take innovation and specs to the next level. And I cannot wait for it. I actually have it pre-ordered. And in case you're saying, how the hell is Johnny able to afford VR2? Well, I traded in every single one of my Nintendo 3DS games, every one of them, and I've owned a 3DS since launch. So that's 2011. Yeah, all the way up to 2022. So that's a lot of games. And I also traded in my actual 3DS handheld as well. So that's how I'm able to afford it. But yeah, no, it just had me thinking there. It's a really good point, though. I think I actually should make a video actually about that. Because like I've been asked that question many times, and people say it, and other things as well. People say like, "What's your top 10 best games of all time?" And I can never answer that question because I have a lot of games. I've played a lot of games over a lot of years, and every game, to an extent, is different to the other. And I'm just not the kind of person that can just pick one or two games or just say like I prefer this company over that company. There's no such thing as preferring something over the other when it comes to me, when it comes to games and consoles, really, to be honest with you. I just think that every company has something different. I get that. I also wish more games had adaptive triggers. I know. Hopefully, it'll become the norm. It's great to see Nintendo, or it's great to see Sony. It's great to see PlayStation, like really enter the realm of innovation, because now PlayStation has become the first company to introduce adaptive triggers. Normally, it was Nintendo that was introducing new controller options, like whether it was the D-pad, whether it was the analog stick, whether it was touch screen or whatever the hell. Like now it's actually PlayStation that are like adaptive triggers, and hopefully now that'll actually become the norm going forward with all consoles. So yeah, I really want to see more controllers have adaptive triggers myself now. To be honest with you, but no, it's tricky to kind of it's tricky to just say like this company is better than the other company. It's not a case of that for me. It's about looking at it from the point of view of what can this company offer me that the other company can. It's called competition. Like I look at healthy competition. For me, it's not about Nintendo is better than PlayStation. PlayStation is better than Nintendo, and like that's not competition to me. Competition is when it, you can only get something from the competitor that its competitor can't offer. Does that make sense? It's why there's a video game market. If every console was exactly the same as the other, why would you want to buy that console? Think about that now for a second. Why would you want to, like, if you know, if they're all exactly the same, like, what would be the point of that? Like, so, you know, each console manufacturer has something different to offer. I think from Microsoft, like, not from a physical standpoint, but they offer Game Pass, which you can't, like, you can't really. Pause this for a second. I don't need to get my ass kicked. Yes, I will continue, but I'm going to continue my point as well. So let me pause as soon as I can. I like talking about these things, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think what Microsoft has to offer that Nintendo or Sony cannot offer is Game Pass. And listen, listen, me and you, we don't work for Microsoft. But more importantly, we don't work for the third party developers, the publishers. We're not making or losing money. Well, we are losing money because we're paying for the games and we're paying for the services. But I don't think that gamers, the majority of gamers, are interested in the behind the scenes business repercussions, or how much money Microsoft is losing or making as a result of Game Pass. I don't think that concerns gamers. I think the way gamers look at it is, on Game Pass, I can play Monster Hunter Rise at no additional cost. On PlayStation, I have to buy it. And I think that is, what Microsoft can offer its fan base over PlayStation. So there's always going to be something that a company can offer that the other company can't offer. So that's not about saying that Microsoft is better than Nintendo or Microsoft is better than PlayStation. It's looking at what each company can offer its consumers that the other company cannot. And again, I think that the majority of gamers, I don't think they're interested in the business side of it. Like, I don't think that side of things matters. So yeah, and I think about PS Plus Premium is they have a long way to go. They do have a long way to go before they can really, I suppose, offer something substantial. There is a lot of great games on PS Plus Extra, 100%. But my knowledge of Game Pass, I don't know a whole lot about Game Pass, but I do know that their big thing is new release games on day one. So new release games release all the time. Like Monster Hunter Rise only came out recently there. Whereas with Extra, you have to wait a whole month and you're not getting new release games. So that's just in the area of live services, as in subscription based services. In that area, I believe that Microsoft can offer its consumers something that Sony can't. And that's not me having a go at either of the companies. I'm just simply stating a fact. Because it is a fact, it is an actual fact that on PS Plus Premium, you're not guaranteed, you're not getting big release games on day one, whereas Microsoft is. And again, it's not about. I think if I was an Xbox player, I wouldn't give a shit what that means for the company. As long as I can play that game on day one, that's all that would matter to me as a gamer. So yeah, it's just a very long kind of take on your question, really. I just couldn't really answer that question straight out, because I just think every company has something different. Yeah, I like them all, honestly. It's the best way to be, really. They all have something unique to offer. I mean, to be honest with you, if it was practical for me to get Xbox Live, I actually would. I actually would get Xbox Live. I'm actually not even joking. I would actually get Xbox Live. It's just that I don't have an Xbox. I'm not going to get an Xbox because I already have two consoles, and PS5 was pretty costly, and the Switch OLED I only got that a couple of years ago, so that's pretty new. They don't cost quite a lot too. PSVR 2, I had to sell my entire 3DS library and 3DS itself to get, so I'm not really going to be in a hurry to go and buy an Xbox. But I think that you can get Xbox Live. I'm pretty sure you can on an Xbox One. So I think realistically speaking, I probably could get a cheap enough Xbox One and get Game Pass on that. But then again, that's not really kind of practical. But I don't know how it works. They're streamed. I don't know, because how would that work then? How would you get an Xbox Series X game on Xbox One, then it doesn't make any sense. It would have to be streamed. So I know a practical way of getting Game Pass right now. They're talking about you can get Game Pass on your Samsung TV, but here's the thing: you need like a new Samsung TV, so it can't just be any. It can't just be any Samsung TV, you know. So there's a catch to that. Um, I think it would be great. I can't see it happening on PlayStation, not with Jim Ryan anyway. But it'd be great if there was like if Game Pass, became something that you could just get, you know, like download an app for Game Pass or something, because that would definitely make it streaming. Man, I don't know how it works. Because I presume you can download them on the Xbox. If it's coming to TVs, I presume you're streaming. Yeah, so it's using XCloud basically is what works. But then you have to rely on cloud gaming, so it's not exactly. Yeah, I don't know. But I have to say though, I mean, the idea of getting like a new release third-party game on day one and multiple ones at a kind of like monthly price, like that would work out much cheaper than buying those games individually, does sound pretty inviting, you know. So I'm gonna play a little bit more of this. I love going in depth with my answers. Somebody asks me a simple, straightforward question, and I'm like here for like an hour talking about it. That's just me. That is just me. I just feel like some questions in life can't be answered so straightforward, and you know, as in such a black and white fashion, you know. Some questions require a more uh, in-depth answer, or answers for that matter, or even a completely different way of looking at it, of looking at the point. I think I will turn this down actually. Yeah. Two skeletons fighting it out, only in Killer Instinct. This was actually a really good fighting franchise. It's a pity that it didn't kind of like survive really. I know it's still going, but you put it up there with fighting games like Street Fighter or Tekken or Mortal Kombat for that matter. It's definitely like very low, you know, in the list. Gotcha. I think we only have two more opponents left. Yeah. I don't know who the boss is. He looks strange. Shit. Yes, I will continue. God, I did a bit of this fair. And yeah, Spinal, I would say, is my main. Yeah. He has the face of Cabal a little bit. But I don't know. Not necessarily, but similar to Cabal. Oh fuck. What is he doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Yes. Now we get to see what the final boss looks like. He looks like he's two heads. I can't quite make out. He does have two heads. I knew it. And they're green. Those are three heads. How many heads? Mother of God. What's he called? Idol. Fuck. His combos are insane. What's he supposed to be though? Idol. 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 It looks like he's... From there, it looks like he has three heads. But I'm pretty sure he has two heads. Where's the stage change? What the fuck? I'm sticking the spine. I know. Kill you cunt. Oh Jesus Christ. Idol is tough. What a name though. Idol. Pop Idol. What? Time is it now? Wow. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to defeat Idol. Ugh. I think I'll go as a new fighter this time. Spinal isn't doing it for me right now, to be honest. I press start. Come on. Thunder. I started with Thunder. I will end with Thunder. Let's go. Oh, for fuck's sake, really, like. Oh my god. Shadow, welcome back. Good to have you back in the live stream, Shadow. You retracted your message so I can't see what it says. I've reached the final boss. I'm back. I felt like coming back. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. I am on the final boss of Killer Instinct. It's tough. It's tough as nails. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, tough as nails, Shadow. By the way, I'm playing with my Nintendo Switch while watching. Multitasking. I love it. That's the good thing about Nintendo Switch, you know. You can play your games while you're, you know, doing multiple things. Well, not multiple things, like, but, you know. Oh, God. Tired now. What are you playing? What the fuck? How is he doing that, like? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, he's tough. I've only 10 minutes to defeat him. I'm playing Badland. Badland? What's that game? Never heard of it. Badland. What kind of game is that? Oh, I've actually never heard of that game. Then. What the hell? They made a game as well called Battletoads. Where? I must look into that. I'm not too sure which console that was on originally. Battletoads. I think it was SNES as well. I think this is going to be my final attempt. So hopefully it will go well now. I have a more of a slower approach here now. Hold back a bit, like, you know. Well, that didn't go too well. I went right into him. Off. Boys, you win. You win. Ah. Well, you know what now? I will continue. Oh, for God's sake. Watch this now. What? What's this? What's this? Oh no. That's meant to eject the fucking thing. You want to eject? Oh no. Well, that's not good. Wait a second. What is it like? I think I just broke my SNES. Oh, it only ejects when it's powered. That's strange. I didn't know that. What I wanted to do was that, but you can only. Okay, I don't want to break it like so. I know. I think I broke my SNES. Seriously. No, sorry. It was a scary moment. I wanted to like eject the fucking cartridge. It would be a great finish to the live stream. Badland is a game where you are a ball going through very hard obbies. That sounds interesting. that sounds different. Sounds different. I like different games. Enjoy Shadow. And Shadow, thanks so much for dropping by the live stream. Much appreciated. See my big head here now, so ignore that. I'll put it down after. So that was Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo. Back in the day where Nintendo actually owned Rare. Of course, nowadays Microsoft owned it. Killer Instinct is an Xbox franchise now. There definitely was a new Killer Instinct released in the last couple of years. So thank you so much for watching the live stream. Much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next live stream.